Coming up on the Grim North.
Right, it's like
We're
that.
in full red string territory at the moment.
Nobody knows who nobody is.
Right, well, that's handy then, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah. Well,
What?
Funny, I just don't feel like we've got any time for any more clues or encounters, you know.
Everybody who's everybody. Big party.
criminal underbelly.
I think I'm the criminal underbelly.
I think you're bigging yourself up a bit there.
Ugh.
Oh, Mum like this one. No, no.
It still works.
So, before we go tonight, you're definitely going to need a bath.
It is a little bit like a very sophisticated, or at least trying to be sophisticated, titty bar. You know,
Great.
It is high class, but also quite crass.
That's the Storm's Thunder Casino, guys.
High class, but also quite crap.
Doris is there.
Oh, Doris.
Not you, Doris. You get inside.
She looks all like Aggie and ready to go.
Do I come out and brew up or do I hit him with it?
Everybody is dressed to the nines and looking sexy as hell.
Right, imagine this.
I will.
Fluorescent pink zebra print. Right?
Oh, God.
Speak to me.
Oh, God.
Spicy.
Well,
It's like if they tried to start rave culture in Victorian England.
Yes!
I'm having flashbacks.
To Victorian England.
Is that Grim Investigations? Oh, wonderful to see you here. You really are hitting the celebrity scene, aren't you?
Pretty brilliant that she could have noticed us in these masks, isn't it?
I know, it's almost as though they don't cover our identity in any way, shape or form.
What's happening with all the criminals whilst you're here entertaining yourselves?
The guard are perfectly capable of dealing with most of it. You know, we only take on the really complex stuff that they just can't handle, you know?
Well, I'm very, very glad to see you here. Do enjoy the canapes. I hear the prawn vol au vents are divine.
Oh,
Just fully on the ass. Just.
Welcome to the Grim North, a D&D show set in a fancy version of the place we get to call home, Manchester. And with me, as usual, the beautiful, the wonderful, the talented. I'll let you decide which one's which. Zoe.
I'm all three.
Taryn.
Help.
And Elaine.
You need to strip.
Da, 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 da.
No.
So, things went a little bit crazy in that last episode.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah, you discovered a lot from your interrogation of Jimmy the Fish. Went to go visit the travelling Lakers, and things
went really well.
South. Yeah,
Yeah.
south very quickly. So,
What's wrong with Dizzy?
we need
She's
to
just in
find
the
out.
hospital and she's fine. The clerics are going to sort her out.
It's all right out.
Right?
I'm assuming I'm still tied up, so.
In eternal scarves. Infinite scarf.
An infinity scarf.
An infinity scarf. Just one.
Right, let's see how this goes. Let's begin.
The city of Cresta sits under a persistent cloud. The citizens working for the conglomerate of industrialists, rulers of this metropolis powered by warpstone. Aloysius Grimm has been charged with forming a team of investigators to tackle the problems the city guards cannot. Murder, monsters, magic, and mayhem. Welcome to the Grim North.
Right, so we're going to start off exactly where we left off.
Oh, great. Girls. Girls. I'm feeling much better now.
Oh, no.
Oh, I hate this.
Could you untie me, please? I'm sorry about before, but I'm fine now.
Insight check.
Yeah, insight. Insight immediately. Don't trust a single word of that.
Okay. Oh. I got a 19.
I got a 12. So.
Where you are in the circus tent, The ringmaster has run off to try and sort things out. There is a clamour of a crowd trying to get in, all very confused by the people that have turned up in terms of the Cresta Guard and some of the people from Magical Mage Right Society. It's now a post kind of crime scene. There are sirens and alerts and people clamouring around on the outside of the tent, but inside, you're kind of in your own little bubble of post-crisis. Dizzy is still tied up and appealing to be... You're all
Instead, I don't like it.
You're all very confused by what's going on. Notably, that doesn't sound like Dizzy.
No.
I mean, they did get a bit of a bash on the head from falling down. But
And from me.
And from you.
yeah, something's not right here. It's almost as if they're kind of dead in the eyes.
I don't like use of the D word.
Yeah, I'm gonna... Am I messy yet? It's gonna...
Yeah, indeed, some clerics are there, all in very plain clothes, nice like kind of green uniforms with the little icons on them.
Yeah.
There to do minor healings.
No, I need the head paracleric.
One's busying away with him, gets 4 points of healing.
Oh, thank you.
Sorry, look, we're quite busy here. We need to deal with the injured.
There's something wrong with them. Like, seriously wrong.
I know, that's what we're trying to figure out and solve.
All right, well, do it.
That's what we were at, love.
All
Okay.
right.
The only thing wrong with me is that I'm tied up against my will.
No, don't untie them.
It does rather help us if they're not restrained.
No, there's something wrong with them.
Yes.
And
Could you please unrestrain
no,
me?
no.
Are they the ones that are responsible for all that bloodbath in there?
Oh no, that was partly me and Wicker.
Yeah,
and,
no, that
they
was us.
were a little
Yeah.
bit. They did a bit of burning. So if there's any burns, that's probably them. But it was mainly Wicker and me.
There's a lot of dead bodies. I mean,
Well, actually, the dead bodies were you.
That was probably me.
I beat up some toys.
Yeah.
I'm one punching Judy man.
Yeah, well, they attacked us and they intended to. As far as I'm concerned, they were going to attack us until we were.
Yeah, all I did was ask them to strip, and then they started attacking us.
Inspector Gould still standing there. He gestures towards the head cleric, shall we say. He's like, don't worry about the bodies. I'm sure it was all in the line of duty.
Oh, God. Fucking
Oh dear. I'm not sure how I feel about that.
I mean, they were attacking us and intended to kill us, but I don't think I like that.
It's like, we're the police. We could do what we want.
That you do get that edge from Inspector Gooley, but they're on your side here.
I'd be happy to give a full accounting of what happened if someone could untie me, please.
No.
I don't think it's safe that she's untied. Yeah. I don't think I've still got hold of the doll.
I kind of imagine that I'm like sat upright, and so then just like anytime someone starts speaking, it's
Can you, like, do something with the doll and with Dizzy? Like, you're a cleric. Can you, like...
Yeah, what she said.
yes, what she said. Get rid of the doll.
No. The doll's very important.
No, it's not.
It's maybe the most important doll.
Right, this doll stabbed our friend with a pin, with a silver pin.
But that's just a doll.
Yeah, no, it wasn't though. It were up and moving. I know I sound crazy. Right, tell you what. I'm going to use my second level spell slot and cast Zone of Truth. This spell is coming in so handy.
You cast Zone of Truth. What are you on about, love?
Right, so I can now no longer tell lies, okay?
Well, you can believe yourself if you're crazy.
But I'm not. I can give a full recount of what happened, and I give a full recount of that this doll stabbed Dizzy with a silver pin. Now Dizzy is not acting like herself.
I don't know what she's talking about.
She looks fine to me.
I physically cannot tell any lies while standing in this radius.
And you're not talking any sense, love.
That's what happened.
Give us a moment. I'm going to drag Dizzy into the zone of truth.
I'm being taken away against my will.
I'd like to think I was stood next to Dizzy, so like 15 feet, and I'm like,
What's the save?
it is a charisma 15 save.
I'm very quiet.
Are you Dizzy? See?
She's
See?
obviously very disorientated.
She's been cursed.
I was
Gonna go full crazy. She's been cursed, I'm telling you. This doll has done something to her.
I'm telling
That
you.
doll's inanimate.
the kobold.
It weren't before.
The kobold bludgeoned me on the head, and so I likely have a concussion.
Well, yeah, that did happen. but I hit them because I thought it might, whatever was going on with them, I thought it might make them normal again.
The one that's healing you kind of just gently looks over at you and just kind of goes, I've got a helpline. If you're being abused.
Could you untie me, please?
And they do start to go, well, actually, make a persuasion check, please.
Come on. No. it's a -1 is a 7.
Okay, yeah, they're not fully sure of the situation yet, so they're not quite going as far as to help you out there. You can see that they're willing though.
Can I make a strength check to get free?
Oh,
It won't be very good, but can I try?
We will go with a strength check opposed to a sleight of hand check to see how well you tie the knot,
Ah, okay.
and it'll contested your strength.
Wonderful.
Okay. So, with sleight of hand, it's 17.
15.
Oh! I rolled 15 on the die.
So, you've never seen Dizzy try to use like brute force before, and so like her half orc, like huge body, just all of a sudden just like fully flexes every muscle, trying to break free. I would very much like to be untied.
Well, I'd very much like for you not to be whatever you are right now.
Look, as far as I'm concerned, there's nothing wrong with her, and I really don't know what's going on here. So
I know what's going on. I know it. I saw an episode of Derek Aracon's Files. And she's either been hypnotised or she's been possessed by a ghost.
there ain't nothing wrong with her as far as I can tell.
Well, then someone better than you needs to come along.
Can I just... this didn't work at all last season, so let's see if this does anything. Can I throw out a divine sense to attempt, just to see if whatever is interfering with Dizzy is either celestial, fiend, or undead?
Ooh.
You pull up the stats for it. I think there's a very specific thing about.
Okay, what does it sense out again for me, please?
You can sense anything affected by the Hallow spell or know the location of any celestial, fiend, or undead within 60 feet that's not behind total cover.
You don't get anything.
Fucking damn it. Look at me like that. Dizzy,
Look.
I know you're in there.
I don't know what's going on, but I think we've done all we can do here, and I've got a fair few bodies that I need to deal with. So if you don't mind, whatever is going on with you three, you can sort it out yourselves.
Well, we need to take her to the hospital then.
They shrug their shoulders, and, well, they're going to have to call some ambulances anyway to deal with these corpses, so they are compliant. But things take time.
How much time?
About an hour. Make a perception check for me,
Okay.
please, Zoe.
Me? 12?
You don't notice to begin with, because you're busy chatting away with Kezza. All whilst you're having the occasional plea coming from Dizzy to be let free.
Let me go now. please let me go.
Oh, I don't like the way that sound's changing.
I can tell you, I can just hit her again.
There are different people coming back and forth to deal with the dead bodies that you've left behind. And the occasional stressed ringmaster trying to figure out how he's going to refund everybody from the cancelled show. But eventually you realise the doll that you've been holding on to all this time is starting to move.
In the same way that Dizzy's moving, or?
No. Not the same way Dizzy's moving. Though, if you look over to Dizzy, I mean, give an insight check. I'll let you decide how much they deceive, depending on how high the roll is.
Insight.
Insight.
I love being in charge.
Oh, that's not good. 9.
With a 9, what do they get from Dizzy's demeanour? Dizzy, the 6'7".
I think Dizzy is just staring intently at Wicker and is just waiting for a moment to be free. The doll.
Doll's
Wiggling aggressively.
Yeah.
Okay, if I try and take... Oh, this is silly. Maybe. I don't know. If I try and take hold of, like, the doll's right arm and do this, like, raise it above its head... Does Dizzy correspond in any way with that?
For
Or if I try and wiggle
what
a
you're
leg?
trying to tease out if there's like some kind of voodoo doll relationship
Yeah.
going on here, no.
No,
you don't
not
see
that.
You don't see a physical reaction in Dizzy.
I see you, Dizzy on the ground, sees you like messing about with the doll. And she's like, you should really let me go now. I just need to see the doll for a minute.
Why are you playing with the doll?
Okay, what do you want with it? I was trying to see if it moved, if Dizzy moved in the same way.
I just want to have a quick look at it to investigate.
Yeah, okay.
I need my hands.
Yeah, I'm sure you do.
I need my hands.
Yeah, I'm sure you do.
What?
I'm like, trying to go. No, my hands are tied. My hands are literally tied.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's nothing I can do.
I mean, Zone of Truth lasts 10 minutes, obviously.
No, it's
don't
worn off.
think that's
I feel
probably
like it's
gone.
Oh yeah.
been like an hour.
Yeah, it's been an hour.
Yeah.
All right, we've spent the full hour.
Yeah.
Is the doll? Can the doll move now? Is the doll moving about?
The doll is fully capable of moving. Yeah.
I'm like in your hand.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna orientate it so that it's like parallel to the ground. Like I've got it by the back still.
This is the
I'll-
doll. Pointing at Dizzy.
Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah. Okay.
Wait, why? What? Wait.
What do you want with Dizzy?
How do I?
Right. Okay. Raise your right arm for yes, and your left arm for no. Okay. Swap back. Swap back. You're dizzy. You're dizzy right now. And if I give you to the dizzy on the floor, you'll swap back and she'll be dizzy and you'll be the weird. No, okay, not that. Okay.
What's Dizzy doing at this point in time?
Fully panicking, trying to break free of the binding. Yeah, I'm trying to like. She's absolutely trying to rip her way like out of the ropes or the infinite scarf, whatever that's holding her together. Can I make another check
Check 4.
to get free?
I'd say this the original
So
strength check
17.
stands.
Dizzy, I love you, you beautiful weak dummy.
Wait. So, I think we need someone with blue warp stone to sort out this swap back because I've definitely seen something like this once on Derek Harcock's Circuit File. So, basically, Dizzy's in there and the doll is in Dizzy.
Is that right?
Dizzy's in the doll.
As the doll,
Mm-hmm.
does the doll have the needle on them still?
No.
It's still stuck Is it still stuck in Dizzy's body?
No, no.
No.
I feel
Can
like
you
they would. I
imagine?
feel like they would have found that when they did it.
Just sat
You
on it.
never searched the.
No, I thought the clerics might have done when they were.
They were just looking at bodies.
Yeah.
The doll's doing this now. I don't know how else to
Oh! Ew.
I'm ashamed. I'm so ashamed.
Somebody's watched Trainspotting a fair too many times.
Either it's got a drug problem or it wants its stabber back. You want the needle? The needle? What's the need? Oh, I can't ask what's the needle for. That's not a yes, no question, is it? Okay. You need the needle. Is it to swap you and Dizzy back? Yeah, good, right, cool.
We need
We're
to
getting
find-
somewhere. Back room.
Yeah, Dizzy on the ground, fully like thrashing about. I don't think I've failed so many checks at this point. I just do not think Dizzy's gonna get out of these ropes. But she's just rolling around the ground, just like, please, please, let me go, let me go, let me go, let me go. I don't want to go back.
We need to find this needle. Hopefully, it's in no haystacks.
I knew it was coming. Because if you weren't going to say it, I was. We're so easily entertained.
So you go back into the little side tent, the changing area for.
Feel
the
free to
fans.
point if you can see it.
It's everything is quite dishevelled in that room.
Cool.
So it does take a little bit, but you wouldn't need to do an investigation check.
Oh,
It's
God.
just knocking things back and looking through the debris a little bit and easily recovering this very long, pointy pin.
Right. So
Okay, now which of you go back over to
Just stab
which
the
of you
doll.
do I stick with it?
Well, I don't have.
Right, do I stick you the dolly? I stick Dizzy. I'm gonna stick Dizzy with this needle, okay?
wait. Because if you stick Dizzy with the needle, like the body Dizzy, are you gonna then go into Dizzy? Because this is what happened on that episode. Are you gonna go into Dizzy, and then Dizzy or the doll will go into you? So do you need to give it to the dolly so it can sit? So it's the right swap.
Like you pushing it into like the doll's squidgy hand, like okay, you got it. Just gonna angle the
You
dolly
just-
at Diz.
As you put down the dolly, this beautiful little taffeta dress with all the and the pin in hand just waddles over to this.
Oh, no. The doll is moving like this.
It's your doll, okay?
Dizzy's rolling around like, no, get it away from me, get it away from me. And then, the doll walks over and,
It's your moment.
I'm just fully on the ass. Just,
And as the pin stabs into the rump cheeks of your best friend,
This feels wrong.
you just see both the doll spasm and go rigid, and that pain from having a pin stuck in your bum, of Dizzy's eyes just flicking with pain, but then glazing over and collapsing.
I think grab the doll again just to be on the safe side.
As you grab hold of the doll, it's rigid for a good bit. As you cry out to your friends, they then start thrashing about in your hand. Around about the same time, Dizzy starts coming to.
what in tarnation?
Oh, that's definitely Dizzy.
I don't know. Is it okay?
Get me out of these goddamn ropes right now.
Okay.
You sort out the doll. I'll sort this.
On arm's length.
What's the doll made out of?
Basically, just doll materials. So it's
Just
bits.
tap the pin.
There's some level of
got any
wooden
pores?
armature to them, they're linked with little metal pins. If you undid all the clothing and the padding and all that, it would just look like a doll underneath.
The head wood, porcelain, what?
It is cloth.
Cloth?
Yeah.
Cool. Rip the fucking head off. No hesitation. Dizzy gets untied, stands up, grabs the doll from Wicker, pulls its head off.
Do you know what? Fair. Yeah.
Oh, so glad that you're back.
So as you tear into the cloth, all the stuffing from the inside and the bits of mechanism that go to the eyes and the things that were operable in their face it just falls apart.
I never liked playing with dolls.
It's fair.
I need to go to bed right now.
It's also fair.
It's been a big day. I think I'm just holding the pen. I'm like, oh,
Yeah,
Oh,
because I'll pull out some cork, stick the pointy bit into the cork, and then you can have it if you want it.
thank you.
Okay.
I'm just fascinated by that. I'm gonna bag that.
Awful stuff.
Yeah.
Are you okay? What was
No!
What was going on?
I
What
was
happened?
a doll. I was a doll.
I'm so sorry. I had hold of you by the scruff for so long.
I was unconscious for an hour. So I woke up thinking I had a nice little power nap after getting knocked out in a fight, and I was a goddamn doll.
Yeah, but you're all right. I knew that one, Diz. I was right from the beginning.
I would hope so. She had none of my charm.
Yeah.
Precisely none of it.
Oh, yeah.
Exactly none
She
of
kept
it.
saying, "Let me go, please. Let me go, please." I was like, "There's no like howdy in there or anything." I was like, "That's suspicious."
Just can't be hard, is that? No howdy and no nothing.
Not a single howdy. Not a yeehaw. Not a tarnation.
Yeah, right.
Nothing. And that's how we knew.
That's how we knew.
And with that, I think you can have your Dizzy Mini back.
Oh, thank
I was
goodness.
about to bestow you with the doll Mini for all eternity. But yeah, you have Dizzy return to you.
It's a horrible doll spirit running around in Dizzy's body.
Yeah, y'all. It's later in the day now, right? Like it's been a long.
It's been. You did everything with Jimmy the Fish in the morning,
Yeah.
if I remember correctly.
It's a long, weird day.
This has been the afternoon trying to go into the early evening when their show's going to be. Everything's been knocked back. Yeah, late afternoon going on early evening.
I don't know about the rest of y'all. I'm spent. We got nothing else really to investigate except for that ball/auction that's
Yeah,
happening,
nothing till that now.
which is another night anyway. I need to go to bed.
I think that's fair.
Yeah, I think so.
Early night. Please and thank you.
You should make yourself like a nice tea, because I often find that a nice tea helps calm the nerves after.
Sure. Yeah. I'll make myself a nice cuppa.
So you're going to make your way back to your respective homes?
I mean, I'm pretty sure I still live in the like above the
Oh,
office.
yeah, you do.
I think Wicker's probably a little bit on edge after that. I might just be like, hey, if you don't want to, if you don't want to stay in the, bedroom above the office, and you can come keep at mine if you want. So you're not like on your own, because that looked like it were really scary.
Oh, that sounds pretty nice.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
I'll go to yours.
yeah. I don't think Mum and Dad will mind. That should be fine.
Sweet.
Jimmy's going to deliver tickets to my street, so
Yeah,
I'll be there.
we'll come see you in the morning. Yeah,
I let the street know beforehand,
Yeah.
so they're all looking out for him.
yeah. It's easy to spot, innit, Jimmy? So.
Hard to miss.
So yeah, I will go home and basically tell everyone on the street to be out at a certain point tomorrow. If you see this figure, everyone to come out with looking as intimidating as possible.
Someone with a frying pan, someone else with an iron, someone with an Hoover.
Somebody else
as a
with
fish.
breadcrumbs. Yeah.
Someone with some garden, like some hedge trimmers, just
Just big secateurs like.
That one's actually just scary.
That one's actually just awful.
Okay. So, you go home
Yeah.
with Wicker.
Yeah.
Your wonderful, ungainly frame going up those steps and probably waking up your mum and dad.
There's no earthly way that I fit comfortably in in Wicker's house.
Wicker's got the converted attic room
Yeah.
in
There's
an
no
old
way.
terrace.
Yep. Every floorboard creaks as I walk through this house.
And you make your way home. Your youngest is stayed up rather naughtily, waiting for you to get back.
Kenzie, get in bed. Come on, no more coriander cat now. Come on.
She does that little girl huff thing, but acquiesces and goes to bed. She just really wanted to see that her mum was home, really. The boys aren't to be seen. They're just in their bedrooms doing what they're doing. And yeah, you all get to have a nice long rest.
Lovely.
Gravy.
Oh, I need to go off it.
Oh
Sure enough.
my goodness.
The next morning, very early in the morning, you get a knock on the door.
Kids, can you all stay in your rooms, please?
Mom!
I'm telling you, stay in your rooms.
Your middle child, they're all... Caden. Your middle child, Caden. They have a bowl of cereal with them that they're marching back from the kitchen with. Just huffs and looks at you. The eldest isn't anywhere to be seen anyway. He's probably not got out of bed yet. And the little one is just kind of hovering around at the top of the stairs like she was when you first came back. Yeah. Also mimicking her elder brother a little bit. Just but they acquiesce.
Yeah, I give them a pat on the head as they sort of like go up and like, it's all right. It's just Mummy does some dangerous work sometimes, and just want to make sure that you're safe. Okay.
Okay.
It's like I don't want to hide it from them. Like they just be very honest about. I do some dangerous work, and I just need you to be safe. It's not for you to be involved in.
They kind of think that you're just being silly, and they're not really picking up on that courtesy or that kindness. But they pay attention. They kind of know not to mess with their mum too much anyway.
Yeah.
Knock, knock, knock on the door again.
I'm coming. Put my second dressing gown on. Open the door.
As you open the door, sure enough, looking damp and shifty. Give me the face.
Jimmy.
Hello. I got the address.
Fabulous. Can I look out and just make... Is everyone, like, sort of neighbour-wise, sort of out and about? Just, like...
Roll a persuasion check with advantage, just to see how well that went and people would do that for you.
That is a 10 as average.
You don't really see that people have come out for you the way that you'd come out for them.
Yeah.
Maybe one or... Like, Doris is there.
Oh, Doris!
Doris is there with...
Not you, Doris! You get inside!
It's like Doris misunderstood, so she's outside with like a kettle, like a cup of just like.
Do I come out and brew up, or do I hit him with it?
She's just...
Go inside!
She's just peeking out with a little Naomi stuff. She's like reaching down to try and take off one of her slippers.
No, in. Sorry, Jimmy. Anyway. Sorry, Jimmy. Sorry. Just give me more. Doris, just inside, please.
She looks all like Aggie and ready to go. Little old Naomi woman.
Oh, I love her so much. She's great.
You do notice that there are a few other curtain twitchers. They've not exactly come out to do it, but they thought something must be up, so they're just looking for the gossip, really.
Anyway, have you got tickets?
I've got what you needed. And he just reaches into his waistcoat and pulls out these three rather nicely produced cards. They're like a real nice job on them, all embossed with little gold leaf in them.
Are these legit?
They'll get you in.
Well, what does that mean? I asked if they're legit. You should just say yes.
They're legit.
Thank you. Just say what you mean, Jimmy, for God's sake.
Are we done now, then?
Right, well, is there anything I need to know about this tonight?
It's a ball. Just dress pretty and go along. It's a masquerade ball, though. You need to be in disguise.
Right, okay. Because, you're a bit of a slippery one, you, so I just want...
It's fine. They'll get you to the ball. You can see all the pretty dress. Just remember, you need masquerade.
Oh, right, it's a masquerade.
Yes.
Right, so I need...
Nobody know who nobody is.
Right, well, that's handy then, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, well, do you know anyone that's going to be there that, like, we need to look out for, even though we won't know who they are? But if you could give us a clue.
Everybody who's everybody. Big party.
Big fun. And who's everybody that's like the criminal underbelly?
I think I'm the criminal underbelly. No,
I think you're bigging yourself up a bit there.
Chewie just looks completely crestfallen. Mr. Big and all his people, and it's a big affair. Just
Because Mr. Big's running the auction.
yes.
It's big affair.
No, I got it. I got it. Thank you. I got it. I heard it.
That's the name of the ball.
Big affair. TM.
That's the name of the episode. Are we good now? Can I go?
I mean, we're never going to be good, are we? But you can go.
I consider this as even. And he just turns
Whoa.
around.
I kick his bowl. Pour some salt in it.
Oh no.
As you kick his bowl, as he just turns around, it does knock it enough for the water to spill over the side. He just goes down towards the end of your path, just hovers around. It's a little bit like a Segway.
Yeah.
It just turns around ever so slightly and just scowls at you and goes, "Oh," again. And just turns back and goes hovering.
Very
off.
intimidating. My children sometimes look at me.
And you just see this pathetic little floating goldfish bowl just go off down that long, long street that you call home.
All right. Put these on the side. Get the spell facts out. Right. Okay. Got this, Kezza. Got this. Oh no. Oh no. Press a button. Take a picture of myself. Like, oh no. What did I have on there?
It was you and Victoria. It was the photo of all of us in the office.
Well, that's gone. So Caden! So I get Caden to come down and help me with the phone.
Sure enough, he does.
Oh, try-
Disgruntledly, though.
I'm trying to call Dizzy.
Mom! He grabs it off you, puts in the rock glyphs, hands it back.
Dizzy is without asking like any permission. Dizzy is in the Wicker's parents' kitchen because hey, look, the day has started and she's got shit to do. I rolled it real quickly off on the side. And so using kitchen ingredients, I've made an absolute fucking mess in your kitchen. And I've made a potion of resilience for the day as my my artificer potion. And I think Dizzy is the kind of person where like I've got like this weird glob of like flour and like other stuff on my hands, and my phone starts buzzing, and I'm yep. Just messy hands, just grabs the slab, and it's just like, hey, Kezza.
Hi, Diz. You all right?
Yeah. I'm just working on some stuff here at Wicker's house. What's up?
I got the tickets from Jimmy.
Oh, good.
Yeah, Doris really gave him a good stare down.
Oh, Doris.
Yeah.
She's the sweetest.
Yeah, I know. I told him not to come out, but she did anyway. Anyway, I got tickets. It's a masquerade, so I need masks.
Oh.
Yeah.
All right. I can make something.
Cool. Other things as well. Speaking of masks, have you managed to have a look on that Ethernet?
Oh, yeah, I gotta do that too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was pretty tired after being turned into a doll yesterday.
I mean, yeah, that's fair.
I'll get right on that.
Well, how are you feeling, by the way?
3-dimensional.
No, that's great. I'm glad to hear that. Am I 3-dimensional?
Yes, you are,
Okay.
Kezza.
Just thought I'd check.
You're the most dimensional.
Right, okay. Well, where are you at the moment?
Wicker's house.
Oh, well, I'll just come over to Wicker's house then.
Oh,
I'll see
perfect.
you in a sec. Hang up.
You know where she lives. It's not that far away because you both live in Boothstown.
We
so.
do. Wicker comes down. Morning. Oh my god.
I made coffee
Great.
and everything else.
Yeah, right. Okay. Just
Bang, 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 bang.
oh god. Gloves out from under the sink. Marigold spray.
I've there's like a saucepan that you will never get the stain out of
No.
ever again. Because I got it up to a temperature that it's not meant to be at.
Oh, Mum like this one. No, no.
It still works. I wouldn't do that.
Is it gonna smell like that forever?
Well, I mean, no, forever's a long time.
Right.
How long do y'all live again?
Oh God. That long. Right. Okay. Puts it in the sink anyway.
And I'll help clean. I'm not a terrible guest. Just a
Well,
menace.
we'll say for safety's sake that Mum and Dad are away at the moment.
Sent him away for a weekend.
Bang, bang, bang.
Oh shit! Yeah, hold on. I gotta open the door. More globby flower stuff is now on the door handle.
Wicker's in the kitchen like that.
Hi, Kezza.
Hiya.
Oh yeah, there's stuff all over me.
So, before we go tonight, you're definitely going to need a bath.
Oh yeah, oh, it's the weekend, so yeah.
All right, okay. Where's Wicker?
You can hear in the kitchen just trying to scrape stuff off pans, wiping down the kitchen
Yeah.
furiously.
Come on in this way.
Okay. So look at like
Yeah.
this.
Let her into this house that isn't mine.
I walk into the kitchen like, oh my God.
Morning.
Give me some marigolds.
Montage.
You're just suddenly in your element, just tidying everything up. Perfect.
I keep correcting Wicker on the way to do cleaning.
Fine.
You get the kitchen back to, actually, to be fair, probably a bit nicer than it was before.
Oh, right, yeah, I think Mum will be pleased with that. That'll do.
Have a chance to collaborate and have a little chat about what you're going to do.
Is the ball tonight? Like,
Yeah.
the ball tonight? It's tonight, isn't it? Looking at the tickets.
It was in a couple of nights' time, so you still got a day.
You've still got a
Yeah.
full day. Okay.
Yeah. There's a level of getting ready for the ball.
Yeah.
You don't feel like you have any time for any more clues or encounters.
Yeah.
What?
Funny, I just don't feel like we've got any time for any more clues or encounters, you know.
I feel like
It was real strange. I wanted to pick a fight today.
that's my thing.
Just in the mood for a scrap, you know.
Wicker, y'all on the Ethernet? Y'all got fiber?
Yeah, there's a password on the back of the slab in there, yeah.
Yeah. I'll just use the. Computers have a different name.
You've been in offices before,
Yeah.
so there are levels of what we would call computers around.
Cool.
But as spellfaxers have developed, they've been able to take on certain extra special things, so they're not just calling devices. They are smart spellfaxes. And yeah, you can access the Ethernet from there anytime you like.
Sweet, sweet. And then I have like the equivalent of a pot of coffee, and I'm like chugging that. Yeah, and I'm going to go into the Ethernet.
And the familiar Dizzy's just disappears into this ethereal cloud of blue smoke with little dotty lights appearing in it. And for you, it's all gone very Iron Man.
Dizzy, just low key a stoner. No. What did I want to? I wanted to look up.
Want to look up?
Yes, yeah. I want to. I want to see if, because we didn't get a name, we just know that the tattoo of the mask is an old god, and so I think I want to start doing any kind of like cross-referencing, like it's just like the like tattoo plus old god, like in minus theater mask, like I'm trying to like finesse the search to like get the correct terms in and get as many words as possible out of it, sort of thing.
So as you're casting your net quite wide,
Yeah.
I'm going to say this at disadvantage, but I will give you the choice: Arcana, History, or Religion.
Religion. What's my? I don't know that I've ever rolled a religion check. Religion's pretty good. It was Arcana. Yeah, my Arcana is the best. So I'm gonna do. Excuse me. Are we okay?
I was saying,
Are we okay?
Lady's trying to say something and I am not picking it up at all.
I was saying,
I'm doing so bad.
could you not give them guidance on their
Guidance! I was just going.
I will say that's too late as you've already gone
okay.
in.
It's
Yeah.
fine. I'm already in it. No, that's okay. I'll just do Arcana because I am. But I'm really curious. Well, it's disadvantage. No, just smart thing. I'll do Arcana.
Yeesh.
Gee, hard to roll worse than that. Oh, and yet I
you
did.
did.
And yet I did. And yet I did. That is going to be a 10.
A 10? Oh, that's not awful.
Well, rolled a 2.
So, with that and looking at Arcana specifically, there are several images of masks. You just keep going through them, but none of them seem or feel right compared to the ones that you've seen before. There's this awful garish purple thing. It's just not right. There's this carnival type thing. It just doesn't look. There's like a sub-African kind of voodoo-y type. That's not right. Like, mask is a very, very broad term that can be interpreted in lots of ways. So you just don't feel like you're getting anywhere there. In terms of old gods and Cresta, again, not great bits of information. Like, this is a modern society. It's 2024. There are religious people who everything is very, very meaningful to them and quite deep. There are many lay people who go to religious schools and learn under nuns and stuff, but wouldn't necessarily particularly see themselves as religious, apart from maybe on the high days and holidays. And there are lots of people who are just secular or believe that there's something out there, because where do we get all these magical powers from, and how do the clerics know how to heal? So, like, there must be something there. We don't live in just a purely material, technological world. In terms of Cresta, it's very much that. There's not much other than the Lathander religion that's practiced at the cathedral where your colleague studied. There's a few statues across the city that are dedicated to particular gods, and the odd folk tale here or there, but you really don't get very much.
While Dizzy's in the Aethernet, is there any interacting with her?
That's what I wondered as well.
Like, if, for example, I went and got, like, could I shout reference words? Like, if Dizzy was like, "Oh, I'm not seeing anything," is that a level of?
Yeah, there's
Yeah,
a
okay,
there's
okay.
a level of. It's almost like they can't see you, but they can hear you.
Okay, cool. All right.
So I'll say things like guidance and stuff. You're not really.
Yeah, guidance isn't going to land. But if I was like, try looking up and suggested a search term. Okay, cool.
Yeah, it's a little bit like Imagine it's the cloud mystical version of a VR headset.
Gotcha. Cool.
Yeah.
Right, okay.
That's exactly where my brain went. It's like, if you ever like tried wearing VR and someone's trying to help like guide you while you're in it, I can't see you. Like,
Can you use image search?
Yes, if I went and got out old, like, I think I still keep an amount of, like, case filey stuff. You know, nothing that like I'm not allowed information wise, just information that I'd gathered. Obviously, knowing that my uncle has this tattoo, I think I've probably myself done a search like this, gone into the ether just to find an image of it to be like, this is it. Could I show it to Diz and be like,
Dizzy won't be able to see that image.
no? I'd be like, yeah, no.
Well,
she'd be
Describe it though.
that's all right.
Dizzy's seen plenty of.
That's all right. I've got another search. Could I try to do then, like doing the tattoo and the old god stuff? Like, wasn't getting me anywhere. So could I then try to specifically look up like now it's rattle spikes, like you know, like doing like the theater angle, and then trying to find references to like the mask.
Ooh. This time do a pure history check for me.
Okay. Yeah. Be good to me. It's a rough day. It's a rough day, gang. It's only an 11.
Rattlespike has a connection to Cresta. You don't get the full details, but it's one of those, like with many cities, they all kind of want to make a claim to them of some kind of, because this is a real person or not a real person or could have been a real person, a very, very famous player, or was it several playwrights? It's all a little bit murky, but, you know, they're generally considered to have been a real person, and where they live is much further south, nowhere you would have heard of or know about. But every city that can make a claim to Rattlespike having put on the first performance of one of their plays will try to. And there is some kind of loose connection there around about the time period of Rattlespike.
All right. Does anybody shout at anything to me to
Look up crump tattoos. Just in case.
Representative Crump tattoo body? Question mark.
Just in case.
Representative Crump beach photos.
You imagine looking up at your local MP nudes.
No.
Ugh.
I can't imagine it. Someone's done it.
Oh dear, Jacob Rees-Mogg.
No.
No. There's they are a politician. They have done their due diligence and made sure everything was right before they entered into politics.
The last thing, unless anybody else shuts anything else for me to look up, purely just a personal one. I want to know, did Jail ever give us his surname?
Hawthorne.
It's Hawthorne. Because I feel like I'm just gonna try this, but I want to see if I can find anything about Salazar Hawthorne. I know that they're like Juvie brothers, not brothers, but it's kind of I'm doing the thing where I am going to open up like the equivalent of the yellow pages and just start going through and just seeing if I can find a Salazar that like makes sense.
No Salazar Hawthorne.
That's all right. That's okay, because that fucker, he bought the Pogatonia. Find out what he's up to. All right.
The only other key word I can think to shove in is criminal fairy tale.
Yeah. Like
Well, there was some
criminal fairy
stuff in
tales.
my search about like folklore and religion. So I mean, unless I don't know if I can narrow that down more, but
I'll let you give it a go. Go for another religion check.
a religion one.
A religion one specifically. Yeah.
All right, my religion's not bad.
That's the
It's the best
stuff.
roll I've had. Okay, all right, that's a 23.
Whoop whoop.
Let's go.
Woo.
was the answer all along. Just ask God for help.
God.
God?
As you look through all of these images of the mask, and as we said before with the Aethernet, it's the received wisdom of the world rather than fact that you get to see. Part of that programming is what you've looked for before. So it will improve your searches and understand what you're looking for by your previous search history. And it doesn't give you anything more about that particularly, but one of the stories that starts to come forth about what kind of gods are associated with Cresta. There's one story about a Wakoon.
Wakoon. I need a spelling on that.
Yeah.
Wauken or Kan, depending on Kan, I think, if I remember correctly.
Wait. W-A-U.
Kan.
Wakoon.
Wakoon. Sorry.
There's lots of hyphenated letters in there. I remember that. And they being a marketplace goddess, a goddess of trade. What did you roll again?
The trades. What did I roll? 23?
23.
Yeah.
18 plus whatever.
So, yeah, let me give you a little bit more with that then. Wakoon as goddess was a protector of Cresta. When it found its feet way before all the industrialization came out. Cresta was still a big marketplace. It has the White Spring River coming through it, lots of connections to other parts of Britalia. It's always been very good for trade. And this goes beyond what most people think is the beginning of Cresta becoming really significant, which is the Industrial Age. This goes much, much further back. And to Wakoon being one of the protectors of Cresta, who defeated some evil god.
And there's no... is there any iconography, images, symbols that Wakoon's associated with?
Absolutely. You see various different images of her, whether it be a market stall holder, whether it be a large buxom lady pouring out water. You also get a few images of her. Now you're following this thread through of being a pregnant lady. Always very rosy-cheeked, always very beautiful and radiant and giving. Lots of stuff for like harvest festival type things.
Cool. Then yeah, unless anyone's thought of anything, then I think I'll just come out of the Aethernet.
So that's what you've managed to gather from your little trip to the Aethernet.
Tell you what, just Terran first thought. I think Wakoon defeating this evil god. That mask seems like an evil god. Just gonna throw that out there. That's gut reaction.
I did think that, yeah. If we know that this mask is of an evil god or it's a criminal fairy tale sort of mean nasty, and she's lovely and nice.
I'm getting really hung up on criminal fairy tale.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Maybe it's like when you think something's one thing, but then there's another thing, you know.
Go on.
So
No, hold on, let her work.
God, go on.
Let her cook.
what if Wakoon, the evil god that just fit, but it's actually like Wakoon as well? Wakoon?
Let me call up the pronunciation properly.
We've
Oh,
gone
it's
with
too late.
Wacoon now.
It's
Wacoon.
It's Wacoon now, but we're too deep into it.
Right?
Is the evil god like Wacoon corrupted? Maybe the
Right.
idea of Wacoon's been corrupted.
Because it will make, like, because it's a goddess of trade, right? And a lot of criminals want to make money. So
Moving stuff about.
maybe she's like two parts. So maybe there's the good side of her and there's the bad side of her.
Maybe.
When she takes the mask off, she's like the good side, and then she puts the mask on, and then she's
Becomes a bit of a bandit.
maybe, I don't know. So we're in
It's like
we're
that.
in full red string territory at the moment.
I've seen like a lot of like really
Who is
shows
Wacoon?
that do that sort of thing. On Flickers. I was like watching one the other day, and it was a man who was like a scientist, like a doctor, and then he drank potions and became like a monster. But it was a bit boring for me, so I didn't watch much more of it than that.
Right.
Some doctor. I don't know.
Yeah, I can't remember what the doctor's called, but I think it was Doctor something and Mr. Seek, something like that. I don't know. Yeah.
I want my cup of tea.
Dr. K9. Dr. K9 and Mr. C. That's him, isn't it?
That's it.
Yeah. Anyway,
Could be like that, yeah. Could be.
Could be.
We need masks.
Right.
We need
yes.
masks.
We need masks for the masquerade. Oh, sorry, Wicker, you were on that phone call. We need masks for the ball. It's a masquerade.
Right.
Yeah.
And we got to dress up, apparently.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah. I'll put on my clean apron.
no.
Instant. No. No.
No. We'll go get you something. We've got time. We'll get you some clothes.
We've got a day to go shopping if you want to go and have a look about. I mean, we've got to go out and probably buy them. I mean, I don't own a mask.
And the other thing is,
I can just make masks.
usually just get jail to do your hair.
What's wrong with my hair?
But you
Just
got,
looking for gum.
I could probably scrub it.
Scrub it. It was the fact that you went like this, and I'm like, what, like up and down a washboard?
There's a certain amount of just like crud that's just always in there. Crud. Yeah.
Feels like it's gonna like need like conditioning several times just to like get everything out of it.
I think it is absolutely a case of just like a person who was never really taught how to look after their hair properly, and just not like out of neglect or anything. I realize I made it sound sad, but just in the way of just like sometimes parents just assume that you know how to do a thing.
Yeah.
And just like she's just grown up, just been like, yeah, my hair, it's fine. It's not wet at the moment. It's fine.
Mum and Dad looked at your head and went, she'll figure that out.
Yeah. All right. I defer to both of you in this department. I don't know where to go shopping.
Well,
Shopping
montage.
To Bobbins.
To Bobbins.
We're not going downstairs. No, not going downstairs.
So there's Bobbins, the department store that does all your regular stuff.
There's Walshies.
There's Welshie's, where you can get some alternative fancy things. And you have heard it mentioned earlier before, Olin Ray's, which is a very fancy boutique shop.
I wasn't that where.
That's where Victoria got her shift weave from.
Yeah.
Is there somewhere else we know we might be able to get shift weave that's not necessarily Olin Ray's?
Like off back of a lorry.
Olin Ray's, you would know, well, you two would know at least, would be very upmarket, very boutique, very custom made. So you get the feeling it's somewhere where you go to get something made for you. If you're talking more off the rack, there are some shift weaves that you can get off the rack, but the choice about what you get is a lot more limited.
Yeah, okay.
You also know that it is quite an expensive thing to get hold of.
Do we have an idea of a rough cost before we even contemplate going looking?
So
Before we contemplate walking into a shop?
The way I've calculated this, or I calculate most things for gold coin cost in Cresta, it's relatively the same like for like as we do in the real world.
Oh, heavens, right. Yeah, pound for pound.
Pound for pound. With a shift weave, depending on how many changes you want it to make, you need to have the cost of the actual item,
Right.
each item,
Okay.
and then double it.
Okay.
Right.
So if I wanted it to switch between my armor and formal clothing,
It'd be the cost of your armor, cost of a formal suit in the real world, and then double it.
right? Okay.
I don't wear armor.
See, I do. That's the problem.
So you could go for like a full nice tracksuit.
Tracksuit for a formal ball.
Why not?
No, to be one of the changes. You can get one of those if it's the nicer end of it for like 50 quid for the whole combo.
Right.
So that'd be half of it, and then a dress, how much would a beautiful dress like this cost? Timu.
I don't know. I can't remember how much I paid for this.
All right, let's just.
Let's say in the 100 and something. If it's a really nice one.
Yeah.
I'm talking about like
Yeah.
I'll,
But
ma-
I would never have guessed.
I'll make it real easy. There ain't no way you're gonna get dizzy into most of those shops. So
Well, I was wondering if there's like an alternate. So I was wondering if there was like, the shops near the prison.
The shop's near the prison.
Well, you have to know about them, like, and you're only.
So yeah, no, I'm with you, I'm with you.
I will say
The knockoffs.
you wouldn't be looking at a shift weave.
Okay. Just take Brandon off it.
Just set the branding
But-
off it.
If there's one thing Cresta is known for, especially up near Walshies as well, there is an awful lot of second-hand clothing shops. Places where they will sell you clothing by the weight. They might not be the latest fashions. In fact, they could probably be a couple of decades out of date. But you can find some nice things there, and some very odd things that would make you stand out. You're certainly not going to get anything fantastical, but reasonable, cheap, half of what you would have paid for it.
Okay.
Half of what you would normally have paid for it.
Right, shall we try one of the vintage places? for
Yeah, because I
this?
mean, you can get clothes by like the kilo
Yeah.
over that way. That's
Also,
pretty good.
also, I might, find something for the kids while we're there.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
I just need something to go over my armor.
I don't wear armor, so I'm naturally tough.
So
Naturally talented.
I've had an hard life.
I don't know.
Developed a thick skin, which is useful for lots of things.
I don't
That's
know.
taller
If I wanna
than.
know. Yeah.
So we go into a beautiful 80s getting dressed montage.
Pulling stuff out of a bag and a box.
And it's very, very 80s because it does have some of those taffeta dresses with the big bows that you put in your hair. And it is all a very, very, very mad.
Coming out of various changing rooms being like,
Suddenly wearing several hats.
all like punctuated with Dizzy coming out with various different ones that just don't fit properly.
The thing with mine is that like the way that when other people go to like put clothes on, you're kind of like, oh, it's not gonna quite fit, whatever. I don't have that sense of awareness, so like I go to put something on.
Just quietly put it
Whoops.
back.
Sorry, I'll pay for that. Just
We might actually have to go get Dizzy something custom made.
no, it'll be fine. It'll be fine.
There's lots of different people of different sizes in Cresta, so you'll find something that fits. It's just the montage. It's just the fun of it.
We've had to buy a kilo of clothes that we've ripped and a kilo of clothes that are good, and that's fine.
We could make something out of these.
All the ripped stuff you could just turn into stuff for the kids.
Yeah.
It'll be fine.
And as you are there shopping around,
Ooh, what? Secrets.
you do
Secrets?
find yourselves some little baskets.
Shut up. Shut up.
Divide those up
Stop
between
it.
you.
Yo. Okay. Wait a minute.
Oh my god.
What have we got?
There's just a lacy one.
Ooh.
You want that
There's
one?
like a solid,
Yeah, that one.
just a solid, I think that's probably Wicker's style, just solid.
Do you want that one?
Yeah.
So I think that he's
What's
being
that
really
purple
big
look?
butterfly.
I'll wear this one.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah, I'm about to rob a bank.
Oh, that was the other way.
It's just the worst bank robbers.
Just walking in, serving.
So,
Oh my.
we're all at the end of this montage
Oh my
with
gosh.
your wonderful masquerade masks on. What does Wicker's final look like?
I think Wicker has leaned into all black. So I think she's got something with a really like thigh high split on it in a really like maybe not velvet but something sort of slightly light absorbing fabric. And just like the ridiculous like this thick soled goth boots. But I think she's shift weaved it. So she's got that and her armor on shift weave.
Yeah, you wouldn't find shift weave at the
Yeah, that's fine. That's something I would more than happy have spent the time looking for, spending the money on.
Oh, okay. Yeah. In that case, yeah, if you have left them to their devices to go and find a more mid-range place, you'd be able to find that for sure.
Amazing.
If to spend the monies.
Yeah, I think for the outfit specifically, yeah, so that she can still have that armor element built into it. Yeah, definitely.
And the trigger mechanism for that, I think, would a bit like Victoria's earlier, is just a little something in the lapel. Like
I feel like the dress has got a zip down the back, and she just sort of tugs twice on the zip,
okay, yeah, I'll go with that.
and it's like it comes round. It's like because her clothing would look more like this than a dress. So she tugs twice on it, and it's like a jacket appears over the top, and that's how she's back in like her armor and stuff.
Sold. Yeah, you've got it. How about for our Dizzy? Little doll dress?
A what?
A little doll dress?
Yeah, sure. Little frills on it and everything. No, I think Dizzy will do the thing where she buys a bunch of stuff and he charged me more or whatever, just from the vintage shops. And then, so instead of working, she turns it into a project, right? So she goes home from shopping, and then, because we got till the next day anyway for the ball. So go home and then get the tools out. Desperately look for. I have to make a needle because I don't own a needle and thread.
Yes, you do.
Not that one.
Not that one. Okay.
Oh no, I've pricked myself. Wait. No, so she gets all this stuff together, and so instead of trying to cover up or fight against the armor, works with it. And so what you end up with, because it's a masquerade ball anyway, it's kind of like a 1920s formal adventure. People are like, I'm going on expedition, but I have to look my best when I do it. So it's like frilly sort of like collar on like a white shirt with like some of the leather, like the pauldrons and stuff like showing and whatnot. Got like the sort of like fitted like riding pants with like almost knee-high boots. Like
So there's still a level of utility there.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Oh, it's still 100% utility, but it's just like basically like made it, fancy. And then I think has just like a sort of like a long kind of like flowy like trench that goes over everything. It's like a dark fabric, like a black or a dark blue or something. So that way, if if you looked at me, it'd be like, oh, okay, this person was not like in a ball gown, but looks formal. But then I'm not hiding the fact that it's like got like leather armor and stuff.
Yeah. Nice, I like that.
Yeah.
Okay, and Kezza.
Right, imagine this.
I will.
Fluorescent pink zebra print right?
Oh, God.
Speak to me.
Oh, God.
Spicy.
Thick white fur trim cuffs. Feathers across the neckline, but like ostrich feathers as well. So like proper, like
Plumes.
coming out.
Plumage.
Those are in a bright yellow.
Oh, God.
I love it.
And then
And then
Oh, there's more.
she's wearing a headpiece, which is just peacock feathers.
in all of the blue tones of peacock feathers.
And she looks amazing.
Yes, she does.
She looks like a 90s rave just vomited up. Oh,
Oh, wait, it's like a full-on ball gown as well. I think as well the white like fur cuffs also, and the ostrich feathers also are along the trim of the hem of the dress as well.
Okay.
So
Gorgeous
you've got
girl.
that, you've got the yellow ostrich feathers on the trim on the hem of the dress, the neckline, and then thick white like fur cuffs on the actual ends of the sleeves as well.
Wow.
Hey, artists, draw that.
Yeah.
Draw that. Draw a kobold wearing that. Please.
It's like if they tried to start rave culture in Victorian England.
Yes.
Like
I'm here for it. Let's go.
I'm having flashbacks.
To Victorian England.
I'm not that old.
I mean, you said it.
Rude. Okay, your costumes are ready.
Costumes.
Your masks are
Darling.
on. Your tickets are in hand, even if they are a little bit damp. You get ready to make your way to the Storm's Thunder Casino. Now, you've been here before. You've seen it. But tonight is unlike any other night. As soon as you approach the Storm's Thunder Casino, which is a nice, big, prominent building on one of the corners in Cresta, it's like who's who has come out. There's practically a red carpet to enter this. There is news reporters. In fact, hang on, is that Victoria Toppington?
Yeah, it better be.
Interviewing various people as they go in. People are posing for photographs and making it. Can any of you who wish make a perception check for me as well?
I would love to do that.
I can't see my dice.
That one.
Got it. You go.
Okay, you
Not
go.
good for me.
Yeah. Not 20.
You do get them.
Hey! It's your second one!
8.
Let's go!
Plus 4, so 24.
Okay. Any?
No one.
No, I got a 6.
I got an 8.
Okay. You guys don't clock. You do.
It's because I added prescription lenses to my mask.
The security around this is quite significant as well. It's no longer just the bouncers that you saw the last time you came to Storm Thunder. There seems to be private security laid on for this event and extra catering, and it's a big Yuletide ball to start off the Yuletide season. It's an event. And the security you can see is called Heroforge Security.
Why is everything waterfront?
I feel like
We know that
there
name.
was a high Vada. Like
Helena.
Helena.
Helena
was that
Highwater.
from? What was that
Can't
from?
remember.
Oh, God. What was that from?
She is.
No. There was like a season 1 thing, wasn't it?
That was a prequel thing.
That was a pretty cool thing.
All right. Well, it doesn't matter.
So there was the lady that trained us.
Yeah.
That was her.
Helena Highwater.
That was her in the wheelchair.
Yeah,
In the hover
she
chair.
had a hovering warpstone chair.
Warpstone,
a bit
yes.
like Jimmy the Fish's
Yeah,
ball.
like his
Yeah.
ball.
Right. Okay.
She was the lady that coached you
She's a bit of
into
a coward.
joining.
I remember her being a bit of a cow as well.
Yeah, I remember that too. Right.
You just
okay.
You can remember whatever you
To
like.
run off with the gym instructor.
Yeah.
She did.
Anyway. Okay. Cool. So,
Yours, Helena.
high water security is doing the security for the play. Awesome. Sweet. Cool.
Yeah, high water security. So you make your way. You have tickets. There's a moment to pose in front of some sponsorship banners and get your photographs taken. Victoria Toppington spots you and is that Grim Investigations? Oh, wonderful to see you here. You really are hitting the celebrity scene, aren't you?
Aren't we?
Yes. And so what's happening with all the criminals whilst you're here entertaining yourselves?
Well, the guard are perfectly capable of dealing with most of it. You know, we only take on the really complex stuff that they just can't handle, you know.
And how are things recently? Have you tracked down any ne'er-do-wells?
Well,
We're not at liberty to say.
oh, I thought we were just going to tell her that the reason that we're here tonight is because we're actually trying to track someone
No,
down.
no.
Oh,
We're here.
And
We're
at that moment, she's distracted by the next celebrity footballer
Yeah.
that comes along and dashes off to go and talk to them.
hey, y'all, I know I'm not the most, shall we say, social person,
Yeah.
but maybe we don't want everyone to know, who we are and what we're doing here.
right. Pretty brilliant that she could have noticed us in these masks, isn't it?
I know, it's almost as though they don't cover our identity in any way, shape or form.
So we shouldn't have any trouble finding people in there that
No,
we
we
need
should be
speak
able
with.
to spot whoever we want.
Right.
You know what? Fair's fair. Absolutely.
Considering your respective body types,
I don't
and
know.
the fact that you've not gone for anything particularly discreet, you do have a clear fashion sense, all of you. No,
I'm in
it's
all
not
black,
difficult to spot you
sweetheart.
guys.
You're telling me no one else here is in all black? The scandal of it.
Do I want to? Hold on. Do I want to?
First thought, best thought.
First thought, best thought. I'm going to leave the queue and go around the side of the building.
Okay, it is a very, very big old stone.
Wait, no, never mind. First thought is not best thought. Never mind. The ticket's in my name. Never mind.
Okay, yeah.
Never mind.
There's part of the reason she knows who you are is because the tickets are all sorted. You're not.
Yeah.
Though you are
We're not
in
here
disguise,
overtly.
you're
Yeah.
not in disguise.
Yeah, I guess the other thing is that it just while we're like sort of in the queue, is there anyone that we would recognise apart from her, or anyone that looks a bit?
Is Popper with her?
Yeah, is Papa with her?
Papa. And Papa.
Popper and Papa.
So, we'll go with your original perception roll. So you're not really clocking anybody.
Laser
particular.
focused.
You, however,
Doing that doll thing again.
No, wait, no.
Stick over the pen.
Popper is not there. Papa certainly isn't there.
No, of course not.
Popper was there. There's a point during all that interlude where you see him reach over, hand her a water, and then just doesn't seem to be there anymore.
Popper was here, but now he's gone.
It was.
Yeah. Let's keep an eye out. Popper. Popper, not Papa, but Popper.
Popper with the R on the end.
Popper,
With the
yeah.
R on the end. Okay.
I thought it was Papa with an A.
Well, I think.
I mean, it might, but I don't know how he spells it.
Well, either way, the younger one, not Leather Daddy. Keep an eye out for him. He was here, now he's gone.
Right, keep an eye out for him. Okay. Cool.
Yeah, and it would be wild to do anything else. So we are in the queue.
So you make your way through. It's not exactly a stagnant line. There's a little bit of back and forth where the photographs being taken and a little bit of interviews and stuff.
Kezza definitely stops to pose for photographs.
Yeah, the three of them. Yeah.
and shouts aggressively at photographers when they're not taking photographs.
And you make your way up the nice steps that lead into the building. Again, you've been here before, but it is quite breathtaking, the lobby of the Storm's Thunder Casino. Because as you walk in, there's a couple of spiral staircases that lead to the upstairs lobby where all the casino and the gambling goes on. And then a set of staircases that go down to where a nightclub happens. But in that space in between, there's just this giant, floating, magical thunderclap storm cloud going. It's just beautiful, like some organic, magical, arcane disco ball just floating there in the lobby. And you, especially for you with your complexion, shall we say, the frizz of electricity and moisture in the air is just, it just gives you a little zing.
I am awake. The humidity is gorgeous in here.
And you can see that it's not the typical night. There are lots of people milling around in this area. There are some the people who were dancers before, you recognise some people. But they're in nice cocktail dresses and carrying around canapes. It's a very mixed gendered bag and non-binary and lots of different things going on, but everybody is dressed to the nines and looking sexy as hell. And if you look up to the top where the balcony is, just kind of through that cloud, you can see at the top there a rather broad, large gentleman.
Mr. Big.
With a cane.
Monsieur Large.
A bald head.
Senor Grande.
Humongous.
Here's me going for gravitas. And he's standing across this balcony surveying all that he can see. By his side, I would like you all to make another perception check, this time with advantage.
Hey, Mist. I don't need advantage.
Oh no!
Whoa, it's a good job someone did good.
I got a 16, but I don't think.
Oh, of course I got a nat 20.
Yeah.
And we're plus 4, so 24.
That bitch.
No!
Standing there, dressed as much of the security, whispering into Mr. Big's ear, very professional, very formal, very together, but with a very low-cut top, is Tits McGee.
Not Tits McGee!
We never really got her name, huh?
We really didn't get her name, but I don't care.
That silly cow. Can you see? Do you see her?
Oh my! Is that Redding case?
We're going up there.
Are we?
Right now.
Right now?
Right now.
Are we sure about that one?
Oh, do we not want to? We've not got scores to
Sorry, I
settle.
can't see. There we go. We can see now.
Have we not got...
You don't have to keep these up all the way round.
Yeah, they're very cool.
I actually hate it.
Freedom.
They're pretty, but they do hurt.
Sensory-wise, that was not fun.
Yeah, look, I'm going to pull the girls to the side. Wicker, can you keep watch for just 1 second and behave? Kezza.
What?
You are, without a doubt, the most brilliant investigator I've ever met.
Oh, thank you.
You are also a destructive force of nature.
Okay, I've been told.
We cannot march upstairs and get in another fight.
Oh,
I haven't got it in me.
well, my plan wasn't to get necessarily to fight, but I was just gonna go up there.
It's never your plan, and yet
I just gotta go up there and give her a piece of my mind.
we have been very lucky so far.
Okay.
And I genuinely feel that we are at the city's upper limit for how much crime we can commit. Yeah.
Okay.
Right?
Right, but I'm not planning on committing crime. I mean, I just wanted to, tell her off. We've got.
Yeah. We know she's here. That's the important. No one's half the battle.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'll tell her off later then.
Right.
Yeah,
Yes.
we got
Absolutely.
it.
You can tell her off later. Yeah. Let's just. We definitely want to talk to Mr. Big at some point if we can, preferably alone. And you can absolutely tell off that cow.
Yeah.
Yep.
Silly cow.
Silly cow. You can tell
Silly
off that
cow.
silly cow later for sure. I just think your talents would be best put to use investigating throughout the casino.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And we gotta get this book, right? Or buy this book. I don't know. There's something about a book.
Probably a book. Yeah, we're on book again.
Or on book again. Oh no.
It's the
So it's probably a good idea just to get a sense of why are you here? What is your mission right now?
So we want to find out what's.
why are we here? Oh no! In the minute you said it, then I was like,
No, wait. Give us a moment. Let's just. So the reason that we come here is because it was jail at the Pogatonia.
Jail. We don't know that he had the Pogatonia.
No.
Our good friend Jill was brutally beaten up.
Yeah.
And it seems like, from the clues that we've got so far, he was collecting funds, doing his damn best to collect funds to get a book off of Jimmy the Fish, who has been brokering effectively like not illicit but private texts, and it was brokering the sale of copies of those texts. We know that Mr. Big is involved, not only sort of like superficially, but like quite literally involved because he was the one who did the purchasing of the copy of Rattlespike's folio for the Lakers.
Wandering Lakers.
The Wandering Lakers. And so I think our main objectives here are to see if we can have a conversation with Mr. Big and find out more about like what's going on with all this like book brokering and stuff. And I mean, honestly, like the amount of money that Jill was trying to save up for is roughly the same amount as it was to like start buying like those books like Rattlespikes and stuff. So I would not be surprised if for some reason Mr. Big was responsible for having our friend beat up. So
Yeah. And the mask tattoos.
that one too. Yeah.
What's the mask got to
at the
do with it?
Masquerade Ball. Yeah. That one's sort of like a loose connection because it's got something to do with an old god. And I don't want to mess with none of that.
What's it got to do with what we're doing? Can we find a connection there?
Yeah.
Because it seems to be that the mask tattoo as well is connected with genuinely, from what we've seen, bad people as well.
We only know. Well, we know my uncle had it, and he's a bit of a wrong un. There's a lot of a wrong un.
We know someone else had it.
Your ex has got it,
Yeah.
and he's a bit of a wrong un.
It is very much wrong.
And we know Pop has got it,
We don't
and
know.
Papa's got it.
We don't know that they're wrong uns, but
But we don't know that they're wrong uns, but we know that they have it.
yeah.
Seems
Well,
like-
you've heard from.
We've heard from Amanda that they have it,
Yeah.
and that apparently loads of people have it. And all of the clowns had it.
Yeah.
It seems like everybody but us has this blood.
And it was in the
tattoo.
book.
It was in the book.
It was in the book.
All right.
I'm now immediately curious as to what kind of mask Mr. Big is wearing.
Let's just try to mingle a bit, right? Let's go have a look around.
Yeah, it's Mr. Big wearing a mask.
Oh wait, yeah.
Well, everybody is wearing a mask apart from the staff. So, to be fair, Tits McGee was wearing a mask, but she looks like she's very much staff the way that she was talking with Mr. Big.
Yeah.
I'll give you that for free. Mr. Big is wearing a mask, but it is relatively plain. It's almost as if it's just a circle around his eyes. just coming over his nose very briefly. It's very plain, very formal, very together, very sophisticated, chic, very demure.
Very mindful. Very cutesy. Terrible.
Forever dating ourselves.
Yeah, it's there's no frills there,
Okay.
but it's also not cheap.
Yeah. Okay, I got you.
And as you're checking out the mask, you can see that Tits McGee is no longer there.
Okay. So there's, well, I didn't clock her there, but
Yeah.
I clocked, but there's now nobody there after Kezza said something.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
It's a very daring part. Like, there are some people who've really gone out like Met Gala, and there's some people who've tried Met Gala.
Yeah.
Which I think is where Kezza fits.
Kezza looks immaculate, and I will not have another bad word said about her.
And other people are just wearing plain penguin suits. The more that you are just wearing a plain penguin suit, the more you look like you're one of the waiters.
No, not the penguin.
Entrée.
The penguins.
I think I'm going to sort of just touch each of you on the shoulder and just be like, okay, we'll figure out what's going on. We've got this.
Not to go tell her what I think.
No fighting just yet.
I wasn't planning on fighting everyone. People keep fighting me. I just say stuff to them, and then they start fighting us.
It's rough, man.
Fair.
And
fair
you've
enough.
now each got guidance.
Yeah, I would like to. I want to just start. I'm gonna start at the bar and just have a little walk around.
Well, are you going to the upper floor or the lower floor?
I'm gonna go to the lower floor because I've been to the lower floor once before. So I'm gonna head down there and just do kind of like what we did the last time we were here. Just do sort of a general sweep of the place. I just want to get a sense of what's going on before we just rush into a conversation with the very wealthy man who is running this entire gala/auction.
So, as you walk down the double staircase to the double doors, they open out into, well, there's a bit of a long corridor that goes off either side, but you are immediately confronted by the archway to the disco room, effectively. There is a lovely piece of warp stone standing in the centre of the ceiling, just spinning around and flowing flecks of light everywhere. And it's a little bit like a single row of the Muppets for the opening bit of that, where there's just these archways all the way around the room, along the back end and the two sides, and they are just full of go-go dancers of different varieties and shapes, just all shaking their groove thing and being quite sexy. It is a little bit like a very sophisticated, or at least trying to be sophisticated, titty bar. You know,
Right.
It is high class, but also quite crass.
That's the Storm's Thunder Casino, guys.
High class, but also quite crass.
And there's lots of people dancing around, little bits of booths and a place for people to sit with these archways above them, and to your left hand side there's the bar.
I'm gonna walk up to the bar.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to order a seltzer. And when the bartender comes back, because I haven't, in being on the ground floor and then coming down here, I haven't seen anything. I feel like you haven't described anything that would lead me to believe that the auction is sort of happening out in the public.
At the moment, no. There is just a very sophisticated, but crass, a ball.
Dizzy's going to, because she's wearing a mask, is trying so hard to play it cool, and like it gets like a napkin off the bar and just writes like auction ? And then like when I get my drink, I like hand it to the bartender, and I'm just sitting there sipping my seltzer, not even enjoying it, but I just know it doesn't have alcohol in it.
Make a persuasion check.
This will be good. I'm so cool, I swear.
Dizzy's so cool.
She's so cool.
She's so cool.
And she got an 8.
You pass it over to her. She's got this lovely little halter on, quite shimmery.
Yeah.
And like a cat-like mask going on, with little whiskers popping out. And she takes one look at it, looks up at you, and just goes, "I don't know." Leaves it at that, and goes talking to the next customer. They are pretty busy in there.
Yeah, well, take the napkin so it's not just lying around. That was my one idea. And I go to find the others.
And where are the others? What are you two up to?
Would like to be asking, has anyone seen Eflin Crump?
Ooh.
Are you asking around, or are you looking for?
Well, everyone's wearing masks.
Yeah.
I don't think I don't think Kezza necessarily knows what Eflin Crump looks like.
Valid.
So I think she'd just be asking a few people like at the bar, 'cause just thinking that if she walked back, it's like, oh, we never visited his surgery when we went, like, that was one of the things on jail's desk.
Are you going to the same bar downstairs? Or are you
No,
going to
I'm at the upstairs bar because the upstairs bar feels fancier.
Indeed, it is.
And also, I had a really good time with the barman last time, so I'm hoping I might strike lucky with the same barman.
I can't remember who they were or what the voice was, so no.
Turnover staff has been the turnover.
Probably
since
quite
then.
high.
Yeah, of
Yeah.
course, you know.
This is back when Jimmy the Fish was running things, and Mr. Big
Yes.
has higher expectations.
It's the service industry.
You walk up the spiral staircase, and yes, it's slightly quieter. There's more of a string quartet in the corner vibe kind of going on here.
Yeah.
But it is still quite busy because it's a working casino.
Yeah.
There's all the tables with blackjack going on, and a three dragon ante, and all of that stuff going on. And again, a bar in the corner.
Just from like looking over the tables, is there anyone that looks like they've also got security maybe with them that isn't Mr. Big? Because you said staff weren't wearing necessarily masks and stuff, so people had security with them.
I will say yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
Not. It doesn't look like a common thing,
Yeah,
and it's not like everybody in there who is clearly one of the High Votter security
yeah,
is wearing a uniform necessarily, but their black suits are pretty much all the same.
yeah.
And noticeably,
All doing this every so often.
yeah. There's quite a tell with it.
Yeah,
And they aren't wearing masks.
yeah.
They are just keeping their eye on everything, and just very hawk-like.
Yeah.
There is at the craps table one gentleman there with quite an elegant mask, but with some dribbly, shimmery kind of bejeweled stuff dropping down from the cheekbones, in like nice opaque, like a nice dark jewel. And onyx is the word I was looking for.
Yeah.
Next to him is somebody in a very nice suit, but it doesn't look quite as nice as the other ones, and they're not wearing a mask either. They are not touching their ear every so often, but they still got that very much looking around thing going on.
Cool. I think I'm gonna kind of head over that way, and just kind of like not sort of no. First, I'm gonna go to the bar. I'm gonna get a drink, and then I'm kind of gonna like mill around tables, kind of looking and watching like what people are doing and stuff. Just like, oh, how's this game work? Okay, right, okay, and then like I'll eventually sort of get over to that. So just kind of milling, just sipping a drink, and just kind of watching the action on the table. And I just want to listen out for if I hear an accent. if he speaks at all at any point, and how does that sound? Because I know local.
That you do.
There are a lot of local voices, like lots of good northern, maybe poorly acted, so they sound slightly southern, kind of NPC chatter. But you do get to this gentleman with the onyx stuff and the extra security. As you approach, you also see next to them a little doggy.
A doggy?
Yeah, a little doggy. It's been very, very calm on their right-hand side.
Yeah.
And they're kind of stroking their head as they're watching the game between different rolls of the dice. They are quite stoic, so you have to hang around for quite a while. But you do get that. It's not necessarily southern, but a trained voice, not theatrical.
Like RP.
Yeah. How Kezza would put it, like you don't have to do any perception check for it because it sticks out. It's like crawling for you. It's posh, and not even natural posh. It's put on posh, pretentious posh.
Alright.
Wicker. We'll move on to you.
Thought you might be here.
I think. Is there any sort of signage or something that says like order of events for the evening anywhere? That says like when the auction will start? Is it like, do we know if this is an auction as in we're all going to sit in rows and do this? Or is it like a silent auction where there's just going to be a room where you go and write bids on and that kind of thing?
There's nothing you can see in terms of signage
Okay.
to set out a calendar of events. There's really just the two big rooms.
Okay.
One's for a little less seedy action. Well, it depends on how you feel about gambling, really.
Yeah, define seedy.
There's two different vibes going on.
Okay.
And everybody who's everybody is there and milling around and having fun. In fact, I don't know whether you should tell her or not, but I think you just spotted Derek Arakocra.
That's my ace in the hole.
There are some.
Having that.
There are some very interesting faces going on around here. You think, actually, yeah, the arm in the sling's a bit of a giveaway. That's Chairman Dunce name over there.
Oh,
Old Danny.
Did I see Victoria come in, or is she outside interviewing still?
Victoria will be outside working.
Okay, that's fine.
Some of her colleagues, who won't go mentioned, but might have got in as celebrities of Medea Media.
Good for them.
But she has to work it.
Okay. Do I go and try and eavesdrop on Mr. Big? Or do I go talk to Dunson?
I think we're definitely, and I know this is above the table, I think we're definitely getting the impression that this auction is a private secret thing. So just do whatever you feel like Wicker wants to do, and then we'll go find out about the auction. But yeah.
It's the Cresta City maps that were up for auction.
Yeah.
I think. Oh, I'm really not stealthy, but I don't think I want to be stealthy about it. I think I want to try and be like crowd invisible. So you know where you just sort of like, I want to match whatever people are doing around me in order to blend in and not stick out. So if there is any sort of thoroughfare of people that is going by Mr. Big, and it like anywhere I could stop to hang around and try and listen to see if he's talking to anyone about anything in particular, I'd like to try and do that.
That wouldn't be a problem. I mean, I wouldn't even go for a stealth check as you yourself. You just walking around. It's like,
I think if there's anyone with trays of drink, like I want to blend in.
yeah.
I want to mingle.
I mean, if you're going for, because I wouldn't say it was like the person that you're stalking didn't notice that you're there.
I mean, it's hard not to. Fluorescent zebra print.
Exactly, but it is a busy area. But if you're trying to be particularly stealthy, I mean, by all means, roll stuff, but you can roll with advantage for sure.
I think I want to look as though I'm not interested in what he's saying. I want to make it look like I just happen to have stopped nearby where he is, and I'm texting somebody on my spell fax.
Let's go with stealth for advantage,
Okay.
and then a perception.
So I have disadvantage on stealth checks, so I'm just rolling this flat.
Just roll flat.
Just
yeah.
roll flat. Okay, that's fine. I mean, it would be the same as performance, which is what I was angling for.
Performance, you would have to be
so
Super
cocked.
cocked. Yeah.
So cocked.
Fingers crossed for you.
Come on.
Oh,
that's pretty good.
Doctor.
That's pretty good.
21.
Okay, now roll your perception.
Ah, lovely.
Got my fingers crossed for you again.
2 good numbers in a row. Nope. 8.
So, you managed to make it up there, but with all of the hustle and bustle going on, the chatter, Mr. Big is not one for having big conversations. When he's talking to the staff that come up to him, the odd security guard or some of the waiters, it's all very much
Yeah.
that kind of conversation.
Okay.
You just sort of please make sure it's ready. That you can get some words over, but it's...
But it seems to just be organising. Okay.
He wants to stand at the top of that stair and see the world and all that he surveys.
Okay.
Apart from the occasional guest where he will perk up and go, yes, hello, Dr. Lect. Yes, hello, welcome. It's so good to see you. He's got quite a big, robust voice to go with his frame. Not one I can exercise without boosting the mics. There's various different guests that come up that he will say hello to and be quite generous with his affections.
Okay. Knowing that, then, I'm gonna go over and introduce myself.
Okay.
I don't know if this is the smartest thing in the world, but
Can you make a preemptive persuasion?
preemptive. Ugh. Oh no.
You dropped it. I watched you drop it.
I also watched you drop it.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, hang on, let me... How much of this is you putting on the charm offensive, and how much of this is you being Wicker or putting on a persona?
I think this is as much saccharine as I can muster. I'm
But
like,
still very much Wicker.
yeah, still very much me.
Persuasion, then.
Yeah.
I was just considering whether to give you the option of performance.
Well, okay. So yeah, I think it's very much. Hi, I'm working from Grim Investigations, and I'm gonna see how I want to see how he reacts to it. Basically, like, is he gonna go, "Oh yes, of course," or is he gonna be like, "Who the fuck are you?" Oh no. It's a grand total of 9.
Grim Investigations, you say? Yes, I hear you've done some good work. That business in the beginning of the year with Chairman Dunsinane. Terrible, terrible situation.
It's so dangerous, I couldn't believe somebody was coming for a great mare.
Well, you never know with the criminal underbelly of this city.
Yes, you just don't know where they might be masking, do you?
Well, we wouldn't want any of that sort in such a celebrated event such as this.
No, of course, I don't imagine that's the company that you would keep or invite at all.
I don't hold much truck for ne'er-do-wells.
It's not.
Which is why I'm so grateful there's such forces as the Grim Investigations helping our diligent Cresta guards.
Of course. We are but humble servants here to help, and such a philanthropic gentleman such as yourself, you know.
Well, I'm very, very glad to see you here. Do enjoy the canapes. I hear the prawn vol-au-vents are divine.
Oh, I shall seek them out immediately. I think so. Toddling away a little bit, going, oh no, I don't think that went well.
You make an insight check.
I shall try.
Yeah, baby.
That's
That's a nat 20. That's what I
You don't get the sense that he's trying to read you or intimidate you or do anything of the sort. There's not a sense of they know you're here for a reason.
Okay.
There's clearly all of the veiled, I'm a big crime boss and you don't know, nya, 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 nya.
You think I don't know?
Oh, so he is a big crime boss.
Now we just gotta prove it.
But what you really get from them, not that they were trying to intimidate you in any way, but they are intimidating.
Yeah.
Not just their build, but their gravitas. They are just quite imposing. And you don't feel like maybe it's because they didn't know or suspect anything from you being here. Or maybe you're just beneath their attention.
Yeah. Couldn't place which one it was. Call them maybe. Okay.
So, yeah, I mean, that gives you some level of assurance you're here undetected or without suspicion.
Yeah, we've not been clocked yet. Or no one cares, and I don't know which I'd prefer.
So we're not being caught yet. So what I'm going
I immediately go into a rage. Okay.
So, with what you've managed to gather so far,
Which is a bunch of butt kiss.
I'm just kind of watching Crump because I think if someone wants the Cresta City maps, which is what's for auction, there must be something about them that's, especially someone that would have or was maybe looking to have stronger connections with the city, and maybe, for example, become mayor instead of the current mayor, if they could use that to their advantage. So that's part of the reason why I'm sort of I'll keep occasionally looking wandering around, but keeping my eye on sort of where Crump is at all times.
can you make an intelligence check?
Oh, I'm not good at those.
You've got this. I believe in you.
Just crit.
And just a straight up intelligence check, I believe that'll be a 7.
And now can you make a perception check for me, please?
That's better. That's a 19, I believe.
Hey.
That's it.
Okay. So, in your observation of who you presume to be Crump, you notice that they start pulling their punches. The chips that they have look like quite a significant pile. But you've seen casino shows and you don't get it.
Yeah.
You don't understand. But sure, there's other people with piles that big. Why are they? It's a little bit odd.
All in. Go all in. That's what you do, right? You go all in.
Yeah, and they're not.
Yeah. Okay. So it's like they're being careful with their money.
Going back to Dizzy then, what are you up to?
I think I just gotta find the others, and probably be easiest to find Kezza first.
Why?
Make sure that.
I'm following the trail of ostrich feathers.
Yellow
So,
ostrich feathers.
Bright yellow.
what I will say then, I will let you three get back together.
Immediately, I'm like, well, I haven't been able to find much, but the important thing is that we haven't gone to talk to Mr. Big yet. And we're going to do it together as a group.
Yeah. I didn't. You'll be really proud of me, Dizzy. I've not. I've stayed away.
You done so well.
Oh.
You know, you've done a great job. Greatest investigator I know.
That's
Yeah.
correct.
You ready, Wicker?
Yeah, so I went and spoke to Mr. Big.
Head and hands.
But either. So he knows who we are.
Yeah.
Oh, he knows who I am anyway, because I said I was Wicker from Grim Investigations, so he knows who I am.
Because you told him.
Because I told him.
Yeah.
And
Smart.
Either he doesn't give a monkeys because we're not important, or like, you know, we don't scare him, the idea of us being here. Or he doesn't know who we are. It's not like we're not even on his radar.
Right.
So either way, we're just like we're not detected. We're here, and I don't think he's not really clocked us.
Are we like the Jimmy the fish to him?
I think we might be a bit Jimmy. We're like real small fish.
With a small fry. Well, I think.
We're the small side of chips.
Yeah. Well, the only thing I think I might have found Elson Crump over there.
Just points.
Just point. Just point to the guy that's got like the security by him. But it seems to be really being careful with his chips. Like he's not doing that. You know, you come with Skinner, you go, I'm all in. That's what you do, innit?
Like, well, I mean, this is money, isn't it? So can I try and clock what Kezza's on about there? Like,
As she's pointed out, I won't make you do another check.
Yeah.
You can see what she's talking about.
like he's just being really like he could absolutely make a play to
Yeah.
win, but he's not doing.
Big.
You can make an intelligence check as well.
Okay. Give that a go. Oh, I'm not. Yeah, okay. 19.
That's a lot of money to play with. In fact, if you you think you understand how chips work and how much
Yeah,
it is,
this colour is this, that colour is that.
there's like 100,000 gold coins worth there.
Right.
Like some of those chips of that particular colour like mean a lot of money. And there's good piles of some of the lower denominations as well as different bits get exchanged. Even though he's got it there out on the table, not touching it. It's just the small pieces that he's playing with.
Are there other people at the table who also have large stacks but are not touching them, or have they got what would be more like a normal amount, like they've got a little pile of a normal amount of chips?
There are people with bigger amounts and people with smaller amounts, but for what you're looking at now that you've been able to clock it, no perception check required, the ones who are more, I was going to say well endowed, the ones who are...
Jesus, I can spot that from here without a perception check. Woo!
The ones who have...
Tell Van. I'm kidding.
From across the room, we locked eyes.
The those who have money, when it comes to a point where they want to push their hand or think they've got a good hand to go with, are going there. Watching who you presume to be Crump, not.
Okay.
I think we need to Mr. Big still in the room?
Mr. Big is still out in the
the
lobby
landing.
schmoozing.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
I think we just need to keep an eye on Mr. Big and Co. and just maybe trail them whenever this auction's meant to happen. 'Cause I think it's being done off book, Kezza.
I'm always off book.
Yep, there it is.
Okay. that's where we'll end the episode. In this sophisticated James Bondy kind of checking out what's going on at the casino.
What is going on?
And we'll find out next time on the Grim North. See you again.
Bye.
Bye.